You have caused us to expenditure a great deal of effort to find you, Jedi. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Threat. Come with us without resistance, Jedi, or you will come with us in pain.
Nah, I'm good. I love that Kreia is just rocking the buffs right now. She was almost dead though. Oh damn. Alright, we're good. And that's the last part we need for HK. British is going in. There she goes. She went in. I'm only getting hit for low numbers, so it's fine. Besides, I can just do one of these and get my health back. Oh, and got stunned. Yeah, the only thing I'm really missing is upgraded blasters. Okay. Necessarily need any powers anymore. That's a level 18. Can start building into stun. It might be good to have crowd control. Alright, so one more level. Then we get prestige class. Caved in door. Alright. Ray has no fork. I'm sure you'll use mine. Still have some for force speed. And conversation.
Who are we missing? We're one off.
We're missing Joran. I don't see Joran.
That runt of a cath hound, he's the one with the backpack. Did anybody grab anything from the room? Anybody?
Hello.
What do you want?
I'm heading into the ruins.
You won't find anything there except on the lowest sub-level, and there you'll only find death. Lagreks are everywhere.
Can you tell me about them?
Nothing. Find out for yourself. I'm not interested in training the competition. Now, if you don't mind, we're going someplace you can't eavesdrop on us, and get down to our business.
Okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's still stuff down there. As RPG. Unclear sub level. This game's characters. They make me laugh. Okay. I can skirt by here real quick. Hey, Atten. Can you do the things? Oh yeah, you can. Hell yeah. Nice. You're doing some good work there, Atten.
More where that came from.
Passing. Locked. Hey, Lagrek. I'm being kind of whacked right now. It doesn't feel very good. Oh, there's another one in here. Hey. Okay. Oh, there's another one right here. Nope.
Fallen.
Can I just get bullets? There we go.
This shall not stop us for long.
It's new to me.
My Lagreks! You've killed them. They're my pets.
That's fan voice acting.
I'm not a thief. People give to the Jedi in exchange for service. They were just giving.
Eh? Why did you try to kill me?
You're one of them. Just another stinking salvager and thief, stealing what belongs to Jedi.
I sense you have a connection to the Force, while holding a lightsaber and wearing Jedi robes.
I am a Padawan, and one day I will learn enough to be a Jedi.
This is a case of bad voice acting. Like, it's pretty bad. How did a Padawan end up here?
I was studying here when Darth Malak and the Sith came. I was outside the Enclave when my master left me at the Mandalay estate. Shen protected me. But the Sith came asking questions if all the Mandalays died. But I hid. Even when the estate was burning, I hid. So I hide. I'm hiding until my master returns.
Yikes. That's voice acting. These are difficult times. I was once a Jedi once. These are difficult times. I was a Jedi once as well.
You were? I had no idea. You aren't anymore? Are there any Jedi left?
Whew. There are Jedi around, they're just in hiding.
They are like me. I thought I was alone. Are there any masters?
Someone named Rook came here not too long ago.
I remember him. I sent my Legrex to get him to leave, but he just made my pets stop. I was going to talk to him, but the mercenaries came for him. They never come down here. I was surprised and hid. There was a big fight. They said they were going to take him someplace.
About stealing.
I know that was wrong. I'll stop. I was just trying to get enough credits to eat, but I'll think of something else. Something that doesn't hurt anyone.
I'm a Jedi and can use any artifacts you found.
I found some things. I don't know how to use them. Here, you can have them. I had a holocron, but it said terrible things. I threw it far away.
The other side of the room? What did it say?
It told me the Jedi were no more, that I needed to survive and do anything to protect my home.
Was it a Sith holocron? Holocrons can be dangerous.
They're a bad holocron? I thought it was a dead Jedi Master trying to help me. He sounded so reasonable.
Listen to your master's lessons, not the holocron.
The holocron was more forceful the longer I learned. It frightened me.
Where is it now?
I threw it into the ruins. I went back to find it, but the salvager stole it. It was my only teacher.
What are you gonna do now?
I don't know. I'll try to find a master to teach me. There have to be some left. I'm not going to use the Force until I find one. So much has gone wrong. Should I feel bad that I feel better? But I still need to find a master. The lessons I learned, I think I need to unlearn them.
May the Force be with you.
And also with you. Thank you.
That's some voice acting that I'd never want to hear again. Really, I don't. Nope. Patton somehow got a level from me picking a lock. That's... Was there anything else in here? Oh. Not really. Alright, we're gonna head around to the right. When I mean right, I mean north. Hello. Dead. I wonder why the Kinrath were hitting so hard then. Powers, I'm actually gonna give her Drain Lift because it's actually really helpful a lot of the time.
Let's settle this.
I like how it didn't move for half a second.
Down to size.
Is someone out there? Anybody? Help! Lagrix are everywhere! Help me! I'm trapped in here!
Are you Joran?
Yes I am. I locked the door in here. I thought I was gonna be Lagrec compost. Did you take care of them, stranger?
There's still some around.
Please, take care of them. I can't stand much more of this. If you do manage to clear a path, please come back.
Alright. Got it. Ooh. Loot in this room. Feels bad. Madden.
Just say the word.
I said your name. Is that a word? Yes, this. Oh, he didn't steal that mine because I didn't run it enough, apparently. Alright.
Time to take you down to size.
Focus.
I like how they're doing a bunch of nothing. Salvage a corpse. I can just pick up a dead body. That makes sense. There's loot in here. That's not. That'd be part of the RCM.
Time to even the odds.
Clear this one before we door. Ooh, she just feared it.
Time to even the odds.
A bomb texture? I don't know why they need to do accuracy rolls on doors. I'd rather just have damage rolls instead of actually having the possibility to miss, because I really feel like you couldn't miss a door. There we go. Okay,
I hear you.
don't toggle away from Matten so soon. Droids. Droid memory upgrade. A lot of components. Lots of droid stuff. Access work log. View pending work log. Can't believe Zerka Corp released a new protocol droid model with so many flaws. The battery ordered last month have all fried out from overheating. Zerka rep said that the droid was designed for temperature-controlled environments. Starships don't buy it. The real problem is that the Sith first power cell of the new model runs hot, and worse, the modulator was installed right next to the cell and just get melted when the cell overheats. Needless to say, without a functioning output modulator, jostle the droid and it would pop fireworks on public day. So I'm working with the Zerka rep to get effective droids replaced. In the meantime, I've powered down the new protocol droids so that they don't cause anymore. Prior. Nope. Do it. Camera control. Fine. Oh, Legrex. Don't do much when you don't have the upgrades or guns that you need. Okay. Well, moving on. Ding.
Where that came from?
Yep, that got hit. Can you?
Time to take you down the side. Let's
There we go.
settle this.
All they do is just breathe fire. Thanks, when you're low on med packs, though. Freya, we need your force healing. Or just go in. I mean, I did stun it.
Time to take you down the side.
You done? Nope. Not done. Hurry up. Freya, can you get your ass up, please? Can you get in range before you use goddamn healing? That sucks. Oh yeah, this is the nuke room. Be really fun if we found Mandalorian disintegrator in here for some unknown reason. All the doors must be opened. There we go. Fix. Work log. Data corruption. System command. Local camera control. Overload terminal. 10 seconds. Cool. Alright, time for a really long dialogue. Really long dialogue section. Saw, dude. Who are you?
I am an historian and scientist working for the Republic, although I'm certain my contemporaries would judge me more a historian than scientist.
Doing here?
Like you, I was looking for some trace of the Jedi.
How do you know what I'm looking for?
One of the Jedi Masters had gone there, but I found no trace of them.
Know what happened to the Jedi?
No. It is something of a mystery why they would exile themselves as they have. It is not the way of the Jedi to vanish in such a way, especially when the Republic is in need of them. I fear that there is something else at work, something that we cannot see. Then again, perhaps the Jedi are hiding simply because so many people hate them these days.
Why do you think people hate the Jedi?
It is difficult sometimes for the Jedi to see such things, since much of it is rooted in human nature, and the Jedi are often removed from events of daily life, insulated. But the reason the Jedi Civil War was named such was because few in the galaxy can recognize the difference between the Sith and the Jedi. To them, they are both Jedi, with different philosophies.
Technically true. But the Jedi have protected the galaxy for often through sacrifice.
Not always. Jedi often fall. They cause much harm on Onderon, for example, in the name of peace and protection. Uleg Keldroma and Exar Kun, the two Dark Lords during the Sith War many decades ago, were once Jedi Knights, as were Revan and Malak. It is perhaps more amazing that some still trust Jedi after many have fallen and endangered the galaxy. It is also proof that a single Force wielder can change the face of the galaxy. And that is a frightening thing indeed.
Do you hate the Jedi?
Hate? No. I do not hate them. They only raise questions without answers. Jedi are not supposed to be like the rest of us. They are supposed to see a higher purpose in all things. And they are supposed to train students responsibly and well, so mistakes of the past are not repeated. Yet all I saw was ignorance and arrogance, and what those seeds created in the Republic. It is difficult to follow the Jedi Code when so few others have. But you know this.
You mean?
Many Jedi defy the Order during the Mandalorian Wars, and it paved the way for the Jedi Civil War.
Do you blame the Jedi who turned? Or the Council?
There is no blame. All must accept. But At its core, one must wonder if it was the failure of the Jedi teachings or the teachers themselves. Many of the Jedi Council trained Exar Kun, Ulik, Revan, and Malak. How could they not see the danger they posed? And if they could not, perhaps there was some essential part of their teachings that was flawed. Something beyond the Jedi code that they were missing.
Revan and Malak would have...
I am not certain you understand what happened with Revan. Do you wish me to explain?
Yes.
Revan was captured in the middle of the Jedi Civil War, due in no small part to his apprentice Malak, who turned on him. Revan was brought before the Jedi Council and put on trial. You must understand that the situation was desperate, and the Jedi needed to know how Revan had amassed the forces arrayed against them. As I understand it, they were able to convince Revan to have a change of heart. Revan helped the Republic defeat Malak. Perhaps in his conversation with the Jedi Masters, they were able to convince him of the rightness of their actions.
Revan?
Revan had many masters. Zar, Dorak, Master K before K left for the wars. Towards the end of his training, he sought out many to learn techniques. It is said that he returned to his first master at the end of his training in order to learn how he might best leave the Order.
We know who that is. Revan and... talk about something.
What else would you like to know?
Why do you work for the Republic?
I'm trying to save the Republic. Dantooine and the Jedi Order are instrumental to that effort. Despite the troubles of the Jedi Civil War, there are those among the Republic who still favor the Jedi and wish them to return. And there are admirals within the fleet who recognize that the Jedi must be found if the Republic is to hold together. Yet as long as Onderon remains within the Republic and the efforts on Telos succeed, that is all that matters.
Why Telos and Onderon?
The Republic is fragile right now. Telos is important because its success will determine whether or not the other dead worlds receive the same reconstruction efforts. If Telos is rebuilt and made habitable again, it will affect a string of worlds along the rim.
Woo! Onderon?
Onderon, strangely enough, was unaffected by the Jedi Civil War. It's almost as if Revan didn't want to attack it. Its resources and position on the rim make it a vital supply line and guard post against outer rim attacks. Also, it's the only world in the Republic still capable of seeding ecosystems into other dead worlds. Onderon's wildlife is some of the most aggressive in the known galaxy. Merely placing some of those beasts on target worlds will guarantee their habitation for years to come.
Why is the Jedi Order important?
The Jedi are a symbol. As much damage as their reputation took during the Sith War and the Jedi Civil War, there are still many who they serve as an example. Plus, there have been times in the past where a single Jedi has been enough to change the face of a world, or a galaxy. I suppose I still believe that might be possible. Despite the betrayal of many of the Jedi against the Republic, I must concede that as figureheads, they do serve a vital role.
Something else.
What else would you like to know?
You look familiar to me.
I imagine in your travels of the galaxy you've seen many people. Faces tend to blur together after a time.
Bullshit.
What else would you like to know?
Tell me about the...
I do not know if you are aware of how fragile the Republic is at the moment. Its influence is stretched thin, and it grows weaker with time.
What happened?
The Jedi Civil War brought much suffering to the galaxy, and the forces that Malak and Revan amassed against us seemed limitless. Many worlds were destroyed, trade routes disrupted, and the Republic fleet was almost decimated. It was almost the end. But at that last year, the year before Revan vanished, Revan's assault on the Republic stopped. No one knows why. But it was all that saved the Republic. The fleet the Sith had amassed was no more, and the remaining Sith turned on each other, destroying the Academy on Korriban. It did not matter. Revan had already won.
What mean?
The war was costly, and it shattered the Republic. In time, the Republic might recover, but if a threat strikes now, if certain key worlds are not held, then the Republic will collapse. What else would you like to know?
Oh, it's a balloon.
Before you go, I had a question for you. You came to Dantooine in search of Jedi. Why?
because the Jedi must fall. I'm kidding. Get some answers.
What answers do you seek? It has been my experience that Jedi rarely answer such questions, or instead indulge in half-truths.
You don't know why they sentenced me to exile.
Exiled you? It is strange they would sentence you and not speak honestly of your crime.
They claimed it was because I went to the Mandalorian Wars, but something has emerged that changed my...
It is not the Jedi way to lie. Well, no, that is not true. There are times when truth is concealed if they think a greater good can be achieved. But when such things are done, it is always done with the intention that the person they withheld truth from cannot be trusted with that knowledge, that it will bring harm upon themselves and others.
All lying is lying, even from a certain point of view.
Perhaps there was some greater danger in you knowing the reason than in the reason itself. Strange. Mysterious are the ways of the Jedi. Sometimes they see things the rest of us do not. Other times, such sight brings arrogance and a fall. In any case, it seems to me like our goals are compatible. If you would have me, I can apply my knowledge and skills to helping you find the answers you seek.
Look, we're already full up. We don't need anyone else. We travel light.
We would welcome your company. But not right now. Because, whoops. I don't want to have to, Really? I do have to level your ass up.
I am ready.
What are you? Or a soldier, okay. You get all of the feats. Why is your dex higher than your strength? What? Okay, 11. Now your strength is higher, or just as high as dex. Master Flirt, about that? Okay. Now I have to equip your app. Armor is good. Even gives a dexterity. That give you sure. There. Useful there. And that's all you get for now. Actually, he might be more useful than a little bit, although I'd really doubt that. Datapad contains orders from Azkul, the leader of the mercenary. Frok has wandered the Enclave alone. He will take a full squad and capture the Jedi alive. Bring him to Arnoka in the Kinrath Caves and await transport. Bounty. That's not happen at all. Also, how do you get up there? Like, there's no door up there. So that leaves me a little bit curious on how one would do that.
Time to even the odds.
Okay, Disciple's useful. I just need better guns. The next place we're going after this will... should have one. Should have one. Really? Come on. There we go. Ooh. Hey, buddies. Disciple is useful tank. And that should be prestige level. Beats. I need. I'm gonna start getting feats like crazy now. So we're gonna go with Master Rapid Shot. Powers, we can get Master Speed now. We're gonna accept that. Datapad storage room. This journal was found near the not-clean skeleton of a salvager. The last entry of interest. I made it further into the Enclave than any other salvager. I discovered an untouched storage room. The computer in the power relay station should allow me to open the security door. To figure out how to sneak past the Lagarks that have made a nest there, I will leave Dantooine rich. Guess who's the one that is gonna do that now?
Just say the word.
Need you to do some work here, bud. These two up. Without them noticing me. Anything that happens after is... Now the fun part of this is you can actually use stealth here. Go into this, blow the terminal, because you need to do that anyway. Kill the Lagrax. It's basically free kills. Work log. Ending. I'm here investigating complaints of the storage room door sticking shut following a recent mishap with effective flaming protocol droid. Assistant Tarn will be on hand to open the door for me if I get stuck in the storage room. Ooh. There is one dead body in there. Did I go here? Okay. Okay. Datapad. This is the worker of this is the workpad of Gergar Chester, the late head technician of the Jedi Enclave. There is a personal note written here. It's been a couple weeks and no one has come for me. I can only assume the Enclave was destroyed topside and now I'm buried alive in here. Tried using the equipment in the storage room to hack, force, weld, or blow that flaming security door open, but nothing I've tried worked. Now I'm running out of food. That'd be hella nightmarish, dude. Life support pack. Antamine? Powered battle armor.
I am ready.
Ooh. That's a little better. We can boost his strength. That's a good thing. With a Zebrak Vibra Blade. Fully upgradable. Heck, well, I don't know. I think the Sith sword might be a little bit better. Bonds package. Yes. Oh, hi. I think I'm now at my max level, or my maximum attacks for attack round now. Yep. I'm in for 5 or 6. I think it's 6. Like 6 attack rolls per round. This is the one I want. Come on. Found a will on the salvager. The will states that all of his possessions are left to be the other dead salvager he found. Fellow Nolan will no doubt be interesting. Depends on the salvager's will. Yes, it has the will. One of the last rooms that we have to check. What the hell is he running to? Oh, there's another one over here. I got really confused for a second. Yikes, this gunslinger build is kind of scary. Out of the door. That leads somewhere. Interesting. Computer room. I'm gonna go out this way so I can say I explored everything and killed everything.
I hear you.
hello. Basket hope. Biotech implant. Generation. Don't really need it. Gray Jedi robe. Okay. Alright, and mini boss fight.
Braved the perils of the sublevel, yes. Many stories and artifacts in your possession. This is fortuitous for myself and associates. For now, not only do I get rich salvage, but an even richer bounty. Do not be making this difficult. Your death can be quite painless.
I'm afraid your death will.
So, this is your threat? Is terror what I'm supposed to feel?
Can I just shoot him in the middle of his monologue?
About Jedi and their ways. And now, Jedi, we shall fight.
I just want to point out to you that about 3 hours ago I said I was going to kill your ass. Guess what's going to happen to you, buddy. I don't even have good guns and we just cut through them like butter. Watchman Blaster. Balance fully upgradable 2 to 8. Okay, well it's better than the Blaster pistol. That is for sure. Alright, now before we go, there's one unresolved thing here. Is this dude.
Is that you?
Legrex are dead.
You must be fierce with a blaster then. Give me a moment, I sort of jammed the door a bit. Just don't leave.
Thanks for saving me. I thought those Legrex had me for sure.
Anything about a thief?
All of us salvagers know about that. I'd ask Durala.
All we already know about the thief, so.
The militia the most about it. If you ask me, the thief isn't human. It's one of those smart Legrex.
Find anything down here?
No, I didn't get anything. Now I'd just like to leave.
I just saved your life. I figure that's worth some on you.
I guess you're right. I grabbed a couple of things in the room we were in. I didn't want to tell you because you might make a claim for it. I need the credits.
Okay. Well, we'll talk to you in a bit, so go ahead and leave.
You don't have to tell me that twice. If you want to talk to me, I'll be by the salvagers camp. I'm leaving before...
Okay, later, dude. Did we just hit 75% light side? I think we did. Yep, we had 75% light.
I have felt it too, my lord. A disturbance in the Force. It was difficult to make out, my lord. At first it was such a quiet thing. I did not notice it, but now I wonder as if it has always been there. I merely could not hear it before. The sound built so slowly, yet when you listen for it, You can make out the strains, even over the background life of the universe. Do you feel it is a... You are the darkness in which all life dies, my lord. All life exists to feed your power. And my life is yours. I beg you, please, let me die. Yes, this disturbance echoes through the Force. I can follow it to its source and bring it to you. I will leave at once, my lord.
We're gonna have a lot of talking to do when we get back to the Ebon Hawk. But we can get most of it out of the way now, so that if I do want to get on past Dantooine tonight, it won't take too long. And split it up. So yeah, he 100% grabbed everything in this room. We can head out. Alright, I'ma head out.
I feel much better now, thanks to you. I don't think I thanked you properly down there. I was pretty shaken. I found a few Jedi artifacts down in the sublevels. I was planning on selling them to Darala, but I'll sell them to you if you want them instead.
How much do you want for them?
I found 3 things down there. One's some sort of crystal, and the others look like lightsaber parts. If you give me 1,000 credits,
what's
you
the
can
third
have
thing?
it all. That'll be enough for me to get off this rock. No returns on this. You're stuck with what you buy.
Can I see him first?
Doesn't work that way. Maybe it's worth a lot more than 1,000 credits and you make off real good. Maybe it's a lot less and I make off good.
How do you could force persuade him out of this? Fine.
A pleasure doing business with you. Now I can finally get passage back home. I hope that junk is worth it. Come back anytime.
Oh, silver crystal. Okay.
Back again, huh? But it's nice to see you.
Okay. Oh, we do have a turn-in with you.
Who is that? You go down into the...
It's Salvagers.
It's a shame about them. Have any luck getting to their bodies? I figure there's about no chance you'll succeed, but the reward is still open.
Got them both.
You have? You managed to find them down there? You're tougher than you look. I have 1,000 credits for their bodies and their...
I just got my cash back.
You've proven very helpful. I have something I have to do. Come back if you want to talk again.
Oh. Okay. And she just vanishes. Nothing. Okay, well. You know where to go next, which is back to the caves. We're gonna yeet ourselves over there. A little bit of a long walk. Drop a quick save. And make a left. All of a sudden, hey, there are people here.
Halt, settler. This is a restricted area. How the hell did you get through the Kinrath? You should leave.
So mercenaries are branching out into kidnapping now?
This isn't kidnapping, this is bounty hunting. This Jedi is worth a lot of credits on Nar Shaddaa, and we're collecting. I'm gonna say this nice and simple for your little calf-hurting head. Unless you want to wind up dead. Leave now.
Open the cage, let the Jedi out.
What? That's a Jedi trick. We trained against that during the war. It's a Jedi, man. Kill her before she tries something else.
Okay. Oh my god. Disciple's going in hard, bro.
Always rushing into action without thinking of the consequences.
Oh god.
What? You're expecting thanks? Kunda is in danger, and you've ruined the best chance of averting a full-scale conflict.
How are you gonna help in a cage?
When an opponent believes that you are defeated, they no longer consider you a threat, and they relax their guard, become bold. After I was captured, they talked freely of their plans, enough for me to learn their intentions. I need to get to Kunda and warn them. They could be attacked at any moment.
Kunda's gonna be attacked?
The mercenaries have allied themselves with the Exchange and are planning to attack Kunda. They've been holding off for the right moment. And now, since they lost their captive Jedi, they'll attack immediately.
How are they gonna know?
Try to reach Administrator Adari. Time is of the essence.
How are they gonna know? I just killed everyone here. Datapad contains orders from Asgul, the two senior mercenary officers. The mercenary Secret Alliance agent are planning an imminent attack on Kunda. Administrator Adari dead, then the able to use Dantooine for activity, completely undetected by the Republic. All preparations for the attack have been made at Kunda. Well, more loot has appeared here all of a sudden. The hell? Ooh, hadn't leveled up.
I hear you.
He's going dark side for some. That's fun.
You are the Jedi I've heard reports of.
Oh, shit.
Leader of the mercenaries on Dantooine.
This is a fight you'll either win very quickly or lose very quickly. This is gonna hurt. Go on with me.
Straight to the point. I like that. I will be equally direct. I am planning to take Kunda, and you're going to help me.
Why?
According to my reports, I have 4 times as many soldiers as the militia, and I'm committed to taking Kunda. It is inevitable that I will succeed. If you wish to avoid my men eradicating the people of Dantooine, you will make it easier for me to take Kunda. Of course, I will pay well for your services.
Not interested.
You'd better reconsider. I can't have a Jedi interfering with my plans. There is a considerable bounty on your kind that I will collect on unless you're working for me.
Cannot allow your plan.
Men, I trust you can handle this Jedi.
Why can't I just shoot him in the back of the head like right now? Right now. Right now. Come on, do it. Hi. Okay, this is gonna hurt. Oops, I don't want power blast.
I hear you.
Well, that went about as well as I wanted it to. Did you first time play this game? Do you first time play this game? Many years ago I did. What happens if I just yeet myself away from this area? Try to get a better vantage point. Oh, that's one way of doing it. Aren't the others attacking me? Feel bad for Atten. A little bit. Oh god, why am I getting closer? No! Stunning them pretty hard. Dude's hitting me really hard though. Holy shit. You need to chill the F out. Only a couple of them. I can just wait on force points. Exactly 3 of them. And 2 of them really only cared about Atten. Okay. Yeah, Gunslinger is really good. It will get better. I want to talk to Disciple.
Something you need of me?
Yeah, we'll do that. There's now a friendly minefield here. I like how I got yelled at by Brooke for doing exactly what I was told. I really do hate Brooke.
I see you have found the elusive Master Rook. He's told me that his rescue complicated our situation to some degree. I can't say that I anticipated that. I thank you for finding him, though. Rook has informed me that the mercenaries devised a plan of attack to annihilate Kunda itself. I must ask for your aid again, Jedi. Zeron says that even with a plan, the mercenaries have to gather their forces, then coordinate their assault. So we still have time. I'm afraid the militia has not been adequately trained for the task that befalls them.
What can I do to help?
Our militia is effective at peacekeeping, but isn't prepared for a full-scale battle. If you can do anything to ready them for the reality of it, that would be helpful. Besides that, look around Kunda and see what you can do to strengthen our defenses. I know that we don't have the perimeter turrets online, and that alone could make a significant difference. Zeron says there is a considerable chance they will breach Kunda itself. Anything you can do to slow them down could turn the tide of battle.
Give me anything to help.
I have instructed the militia and other Kunda personnel that you are to be provided with anything that can be spared. Unfortunately, that isn't much.
I'll check on each of the...
Here is a MasterCard key.
Brooke is mad about something.
Security doors inside Kunda. Anything that might aid you in your task, please use. Soon, all the civilians will be evacuated. So if you have any business with them, I suggest you take care of it. Whenever you are ready to finalize the defenses, talk with Zeron.
Hey.
You heard what the administrator said. Each of us has to do what they can to aid in the defense of Kunda. See where you can lend a hand. We'll have time to talk more when this...
Okay, good. I didn't want to really talk to you right now.
About you. You are trouble. But you might just be the right sort of trouble we need. The mercenaries aren't quick to mobilize, so you have time to do what you need. Or are you ready to finalize the defense plans?
Any ideas what I can do to help?
We could use people handy with a blaster. Getting people to join the militia for a short stint would be good. We also got a lot of things that could use fixing. It isn't glamorous, but that type of work sometimes makes a load of difference. Just look around. Plenty to be done.
What are they?
Off the top of my head, the 3 turrets outside Kunda are on the blink. They went haywire the other day and wounded some of my men, so we took them offline. The men who were wounded by the turrets are holed up in the med lab. But our medic droid is busted, so they're healing slowly. I've had some men lay traps around Kunda, but nobody here really specializes in demolitions. I'm sure there's some gaps that could be filled. The side security door to Kunda has been malfunctioning as long as I've been here. It may be best to just seal it off lockdown so nobody gets through. We got some broken assault droids that have been collecting dust for the last 5 years. If they were working, it would help a lot with interior defense. If I had it my way, I'd recruit any citizen of Kunda that can hold a blaster. But it's hard to convince peaceful farmers to fight, maybe die for a cause.
I'll see what I can do.
When you're ready, come back.
I think... Oh, actually, hang on.
I was right up. I don't know if it's inspecting the perimeter. I fought in a war or two, but I'm no general. When you're ready, come.
Okay. So we'll do internal stuff first. We'll be over here. Security doors we can open. Alright, so this is the med bay. Injury.
Thanks, stranger.
Greet.
Thanks.
Greet.
Thanks.
Greet.
Thanks.
Medical droid, repair. Use lab station. Med pack only costs 20 chemicals. We have barely any chemicals. Damn it. We broke stuff. Needed quite a bit of mines. Oop. Can I... Please?
I hear you.
Okay. Stuck door. Here, door. Ah, the droid room. Droid control. Slice it. Droid status. And fix the droids first. There are 3. Since I have a shitload of parts, I can make... Oh. Found Akir's Hydro Spanner, which is interesting. The droid salesman. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, let's look at... Okay. Blaster? Whoops. God damn it. You have to click assemble. There we go. Nope. Alright, other side. Private. Here. There we go. That's a garage door. For control, slice. Threat status. Attack friendlies and hostiles. To attack only hostiles will cost. Okay. There's a way to seal off that door. I wonder if that's just from the outside.
Zeron was right about the mercenaries all along.
Go for med packs. One for 40. Just gonna double check these turrets here. Okay, Patton, need you to plant some mines.
I'll just leave this right here. I'll just leave this right here. I'll
I'll just leave this right here.
3 mines per second. Lock down the security. Hey bud, I found your Hydra spanner. Inside a broken droid, what's your explanation? Better be an extremely good reason. You can repay Kunda for your crimes by joining the militia. And do stuff here.
I'll just leave this right here. I'll just leave this right here. I'll just leave this right here. I hear you.
Need more?
I'll just leave this right here.
Close this down, maybe? Okay. I think there's a few other people we can talk to about the militia.
You again? Nope, I'm way too...
Too busy to die? Alright then.
Greetings, Jedi. May I be a...
Why did you call me a Jedi?
My memory banks recognize you as a Jedi. You are among many Jedi.
What do you know of me specifically?
You are on the register as one of the Jedi who left the Enclave to fight in the Mandalorian Wars. My memory has no record of your return before now.
It does remember me.
If you will...
Interesting. Thorian, do you want to fight? Nope. Doesn't want to. Okay. Before we head back into Kunda and start asking people inside, though, we're just gonna get a thing out of the way. Oh, hello. Who are you? Okay. You hurt a lot. Woo! Ow. Thanks. There we go.
My lightsaber. You've destroyed it. I yield, Master. It is as I heard through the Force. My life for yours.
Pledge yourself to me?
I have nothing to offer you. Your strength is superior. It is as I felt.
Okay.
Now I've seen everything. This woman, she's a Miraluka. I didn't think any were left in this part of the galaxy.
Miraluka?
Yeah, they're a pretty secretive race. I heard that some of their kind become Jedi, but a Sith? That's a new one. I'm not sure how you'd go about killing one. It'd be tricky.
Is her kind rare?
I heard they had a colony on the Mid-Rim, almost halfway between Onderon and Dantooine. Then, it wasn't there anymore. The whole planet was wiped out. Nothing left alive. No one knows why.
Maybe she knows.
Well, it was a planet of her people. If they see through the Force, who knows? If they're all Force-sensitive, maybe they all saw something through the Force that we can't see, and they left before it happened. Or maybe it killed them.
See through the...
They claim to see on a higher plane than we do. You know, the whole Force thing makes me nervous.
Is she gonna be...
Well, some of her wounds are pretty bad. Looks like she was already carrying her share of scars, though. I think she'll recover, yeah.
You know when she awakens up.
You spared her.
I don't believe in killing.
I did not believe you would. I am more concerned about what she will do when she recovers. Just be careful. Not everyone can be saved.
Is that the last part I need for... Yep. Lightsaber. Okay. First, I get my prestige class.
Ah, you are here. You felt it, did you not?
Yes, it would sound like power.
The time to hide your presence is coming to a close, and you will need to increase your training. You are ready. Your training must increase, and there are higher mysteries you must learn. But only you must know the path you will take. I cannot choose it for you. Is it battle that stirs you? To meet an enemy blade upon blade? Such is the way of the greatest of Jedi warriors, the weapon masters.
Technically, yes.
It is not some great test you require to be what you strive to be. It is only your decision to find that path that matters. From here on, you guide your destiny. But in order to take the next steps, you must face your past and put it to rest.
Prestige class gives you an automatic level up. Attributes, dex, skills. Now we only get 4 points. So I'm just trying to level up the stuff that I actually will be doing. And feats, we get a bunch now. Select greater prestige sense. Lightsaber. Weapon special. Blaster pistols. It's fantastic powers. Stasis. Okay.
You have befriended the Seer.
Here, you mean the blind Sith?
Her species does not see as we do. They perceive the galaxy through the Force, and it is how she found you. It is a rare gift squandered on her people. The Sith carry the battle to you, and you spare them. And as we travel, the empty places of this ship are filled. I hope your thoughts in this matter are clear. If you take her on as a servant, know that the Sith meet their end at the hands of their apprentices. It is not something I would wish to happen to you. This one you have saved has other masters. Though blind, she has ties to darkness. Her presence here is a threat to us, to you. Do not underestimate her or her loyalty.
You can see through the Force, maybe.
Perhaps. I am not convinced.
Adden said her planet was wiped out, and it was the only colony ever sector of the game.
Did he? And what do you make of that?
Well, if her people all see through the Force, then maybe some...
The Mandalorians were right to respect you on the field of battle. The Jedi are gone, vanished. Now, an entire planet of Force sensitives wiped clean of life. And now this slice of the galaxy is blind. It is no coincidence. The two events are tied.
Someone wants the sector of the galaxy blind to the Force. That warning.
I fear you are right. And I fear it may prove more than that. War is a hunger.
Eyeless.
And there are spirits in the galaxy whose hunger is never satisfied. But there is little to be done about it now. Watch the seer carefully. She may reveal more.
Okay.
Ask.
This attack, she did something to my sight.
She did nothing to your eyes that was not already there. She has forced this upon you, but such crude methods are the markings of the Sith. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Feel this ship around you. The welding of the droid as it goes about its work.
Hey, T3 has a stuck motivator.
Now, stretch out. Hear the rumble of hyperspace, the hum of the hyperdrive.
Yeah, I can hear a catch on it. It's not fixed.
Ignore distractions and focus on my voice. The breathing of the blinded one as she meditates in the dark. Now, listen deeper, past her breathing, and listen.
As my feet walk from the ashes of KotoR, I shall not fear, for in fear lies death, and...
I heard her speaking.
You are strong indeed. What you heard was surface thoughts only, but it is something that masters have trained for years and never learned.
But how did I do that?
That is not the real question you should ask. Is such listening enough to perceive the world around you? It is not, because to listen to the thoughts of another is much like attempting to see the universe only with your eyes. It is equally limiting. Now leave me be. I must rest.
Okay.
How many more do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much room.
Not my fault if you follow me.
Is it? Perhaps you are wrong. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience.
What makes you think they obey me?
Because I am not blind, that is why. I see what they see, hear their voices when they speak to you, and notice the change when they speak to others.
Does the fact they obey me upset you?
I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them?
I noticed their behavior is changing. That in especially.
The fool dances in your shadow for your favor. The disciple, he worships you quietly. The alien obeys you. Even within the machines there are echoes. Watch them carefully. See their patterns, and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done.
You have a point. I'll reflect on it.
Good, and and then act upon it. It is a powerful tool to motivate others. That was Revan's way, I believe. It was a strength.
What do you mean?
Have you never asked yourself how Revan took the Republic and Jedi beneath him, how he made them his?
Because he was a leader?
Ah, but to make officers turn on their own people, to bomb innocent worlds, to make pacts. Strong influence, indeed. And where did these Sith teachings come from? And why did Revan embrace them so strongly? So many questions, yet the answers are few.
Dominate mind from a Sith Emperor called Vitiate. Came from the Sith Emperor.
Oh, did they? No. Revan met no Sith Empire, yet he learned their teachings.
Yes, he did.
Many have mistaken the soldiers beneath Revan, the machines that were constructed to be the Sith. They are wrong. The Sith is a belief, and what Revan formed was not an empire, but something else. Yet how he did it is curious. And I suspect the answer to that question is tied to another. How was Revan able to corrupt so many so quickly?
Do you have any ideas?
Not a one. But we shall see where our journey takes us, I think, and see how many answers we come across, yes?
Other question?
Ask.
Anne? Do you know why her homeworld was?
Because it was its time? Perhaps you should ask her. It begs many questions. Her people are not prone to violence, war, or hatred, yet their planet is obliterated, scoured from the face of the galaxy, and all that remains is a Sith. The Mandalorian. But...
Really? Fortunate. And before we get to the best part, we're going to go talk to Bezos real quick.
My life for yours.
Are you alright?
I am able to serve. If we enter battle, I will fight and die alongside you.
That's not what I asked.
I have not heard that question in some time. My flesh is healed, if that's the answer you seek.
How did you find me?
I felt you. Heard you through the Force. It was like a sound at the edge of hearing. And when I heard it, I found I could not ignore it.
Thank you.
I serve my master. I am an emissary, a scout. My master was aware of a disturbance in the Force, but was unaware of its nature, of you. The disturbance is not something one feels from a living thing. There is little my master does not know. And that you eluded his sight for so long is significant. But I do not know why.
You need to know where I can find him.
You cannot. His vessel roams the borders of known space, and even I do not know where he travels. Until he calls for me. Even if I could lead you to my master, I cannot permit you to find him until you are ready.
Ready.
If I bring you before my master, untested, without your potential realized, then you will be lost to me, and I cannot allow that to happen. It would be as if one brought fire to a paradise valley, shattered a cavern of rare crystal, or blinded a painter.
Questions.
I will answer what I can.
Tell me about your homeworld.
It is not a subject which I have spoken of since its destruction.
How was it destroyed?
The planet was not destroyed. It remains. It orbits, dead in space. But nothing lives on its surface. It echoes, but there's no one left to hear it.
Your homeworld was destroyed. How?
I am not certain I did. I was there when the planet died. To see everything around you extinguished. It was as if I was blinded. It was as if the Force had been bled from the world.
As if everything's...
I imagine there are worse deaths, worse pain. But if there are, I do not know them. I was the only living thing remaining on the planet of KotoR. And my life, my agony, was a flicker in the darkness that was the planet. All that I had been connected to had been severed.
You were the only survivor?
Yes, but it was not survival. I still wonder what would have happened if I had died with the others. If perhaps there would have been some way to hide my presence from the galaxy. If only I had not felt that pain, that loss, as strongly as I did. But it could not be done. When the life was bled from the planet, and yet somehow I remained. My master came for me. He walked upon the surface of my dead world, and there, lying in the bodies of my race, he took me for his own, and he made me see. And for the first time, I saw the galaxy, and I wished to die.
Made you see?
To this galaxy, my world, absent the currents and spectrums of the Force, was nothing but crude matter, rock, flesh, emptiness. He showed the flickering of life on other planets. The mass of beings that swarm through the empty places of the galaxy. To see such creatures, disconnected from themselves, their world, their place in it, unable to see the currents and how they affected everything around them.
Why did your master show you this?
He showed me to make me believe in his cause. He convinced me the galaxy, all life, must die. He fed upon its ugliness, its screaming, and in its place, he left silence. And where there was chaos, he brought stillness and order.
Several to destroy the surface of KotoR.
It was not a thing done with machines or weapons. The Force is far more terrible, and it touches more lives than any machine can hope to slay. For everyone that feels the Force, strongly, deeply, each one feels and perceives it in their own way. You have strengths, whether you know it or not, and my master has his. His power is great, and it comes from hunger. He is a wound in the Force, more presence than flesh. And in his wake, life dies, sacrificing itself to his hunger. And those who feel the Force strongly are beacons to his hunger. My people, my planet, would have been attacked in time. It was inevitable. Yet we could do nothing about it.
Like being held. Really hates it. Thanks, V. How you doing, bud? You have a sharp claw. Tell me why you dislike being... Like, I gotta get him out of the room. He's gonna start biting my cords, and that's not good. Okay. Why did your master destroy KotoR?
The Jedi, the last council of the Jedi, came to our world to meet in secret. They hoped that perhaps among our people, they could achieve the clarity to see what was striking them from the darkness of the galaxy. They succeeded, but only in bringing him from the outer regions. And KotoR, with my kind, with the Jedi upon its surface, could no longer be ignored. And my people died, and the Jedi died, and there was no one left, only me.
Why did the Jedi meet on KotoR?
They hoped to see the threat that had been stalking them, and they did. But they were unprepared for the magnitude of the threat.
It attacked because the Jedi had gone there?
He cannot deny his hunger for long. And any gathering of Jedi is something he cannot long resist. And now that the Jedi are vanishing, I do not know what will happen. Perhaps he will grow strong enough to eradicate all life, merely with his presence.
Other question.
I will answer what I...
Your master the one sent to Paragus?
I am not familiar with the place you speak of. My master has not entered Republic space for some time, but there are others who may move more freely, who may have been responsible for such an act of destruction.
What do you mean?
There are many factions within the Sith, all seeking to take what little remains in the wake of the Jedi Civil War. Where one moves, it is not always known to the others. But their purpose is the same. The death of all Jedi, everywhere. They believe you are the last of the Jedi, and their hatred of the Jedi unites them. All their eyes are upon you, and it is a terrible, quiet darkness that pursues you.
Other questions?
I will...
Was your master behind the destruction of it?
My master did not cause the end of the planet you speak of. There are many factions within the Sith. Where one moves, they be...
I heard your speech is blind. How are you able to...
My people once had the power to perceive events, to see through the Force. That sight may manifest itself in many ways, and at times, I may affect the abilities of others to see as well.
It sounds as if that sight is lost.
My sight has been damaged. What I have taught you, it is not the full extent of the perceptions of my people. My master, when he showed me my world, showed it to me as it is. It hurt. And since that moment, it has been difficult to perceive the Force as I once did. But after traveling with you, I feel that perhaps there was a gift in it, hidden beneath the pain.
When one endures, it gives hope to others and themselves.
Only when one suffers do certain truths become evident, both of the galaxy and of the self. And I feel you are an example of this.
How do you see through the Force?
If you wish to know, perhaps it is possible to show another what my people see, what I see. First, you must close your eyes. The surface of the ship, its sights, will only be a distraction. Now, in your mind, reach out. Listen for my breathing. Do not focus on the sound, but the life behind it. Imagine its energy, its texture, in tandem with the breathing. And then in your mind, step back from the image and see what remains. There. It is not as difficult as I thought. You learn quickly. It will take effort to maintain such sight, but you now have that power. And with it, you can use it to see life around you in a different way, as I used to see it. I will...
We're good.
Forgive me, but before you go, I must ask. Why do you do this? Why do you seek to help me? Teach me?
Because I believe you can be saved.
You must not do this. I cannot allow you to weaken yourself for me.
Help another is not weakness. It is a strength to them both.
So you say. But it is not something I have observed or seen.
What you mean?
I remember little of my homeworld before I entered my master's service. It is not as it was. There is little left of such memories. Or the planet itself. Very well. Perhaps we shall speak more of this at another time.
Yeah.
My life. I will...
Okay. Now on to actual interesting conversation. Wait, I'm still missing a part? Oh, what am I missing? Processor. Okay. Well, we can talk to Disciple and get that out of the way.
There is something I have observed, and now I feel I must say it. I have found your presence to be inspiring. With your growth in the Force, you seem to have found your center, and throughout the dangers we face, you remain calm and focused.
Great, I've never felt better.
I understand now why others followed you to war. Perhaps that is what leadership is, and it is something I have seen in only a few during my travels. In any event, it has been some time since I traveled with a Jedi, nor one so firmly upon the path. I wanted to thank you. I fear the stories that were spoken of you have misrepresented you, and if I have the opportunity, I shall reverse them whenever they arise.
Full story.
Very well. Then I shall keep my favorable opinions to myself.
Other questions?
That is hardly...
You look familiar to me.
You are correct. I am afraid I have not been entirely open with you concerning my past. If I look familiar, it is because we have met before, at the Enclave on Dantooine, many years ago. As on Coruscant, Force-sensitive children are taken to Dantooine as well, though it is done rarely and only with those they believe are destined to become Jedi Knights. It is the secret nature of the place. If you are not chosen by a master when you have come of age, however, then the path of the Jedi is denied to you. I met you on Dantooine, long ago, briefly. You taught us how to move within the Force and see it flow within others, how to see it in the behaviors of others and use that sight to achieve truth. It is difficult to explain the difference between you and Master Vrook, but I think it is because he was knowledgeable, but not a leader, not a mentor. You were different. We could all feel it. And I knew that if I were to have a master, I would want it to be you. And then you went to war. Many Jedi went to war, and the Jedi Masters proclaimed that you were Jedi no longer. Atris, the mistress of the Archives, was first among them.
Ugh.
I knew at that moment that if you would no longer be a Jedi, then you must be correct. I realized I did not want to be a Jedi. Instead, I wished to follow your path. And in any event, there was no one to train me, even if I wished it. They all went to war, as I grew past the age of acceptance.
You turned away from the Jedi, the Force, because of me?
It is possible to forget the Force, you know. If you have not felt it strongly enough, then there is little to miss. But I never felt the Force as strongly as I did when I was with you. And so I decided to serve the Republic, study the Jedi teachings, gather them perhaps. It was important to me to understand the Jedi now that they were gone. I felt some part of you should be preserved, so that your lessons would not be lost.
Yeah, my leaving for war has such...
Perhaps. I still harbor doubts about the path I walked.
I could train you.
I think you are right. It is time. I have watched you. You have become strong in the Force again. But that is not all. You have achieved a center in the chaos around us, and I have felt it, my master. The one intended for me, left to fight in the Mandalorian Wars. Now she has returned. And I ask her now if she will train me in the ways of the Force.
Yep.
The one who was to be my master was lost at Malachor 5.
So it ends.
I want you to teach me the ways of the Force, to become a Jedi Knight, what I meant to be.
Jedi Consular.
Yes? Is something wrong?
What you doing?
At times, I meditate. Simply close my eyes and listen. It is quite calming. I try to treasure these moments before the next crisis begins.
Do it.
Of course. I try to treasure these moments before... That is...
What do you know about force bonding?
A force bond? What do you mean?
I have a connection with another that can be lethal to both.
I'm not sure I understand.
I have a bond with another that transmits pain across distance. If she suffers, I suffer. If she dies, there's a chance I'll die too.
No. I thought I had heard mention of such connections in some of the holocrons, but I do not possess them. They are part of the holocrons that were taken from the Enclave.
Where would they be?
I do not know. I do not know who has taken them. If we were to find them, perhaps I could help you find the answers you need.
Okay.
Forgive me, but there is something I must ask. In my study of the Jedi histories and the more contemporary records, I have heard tales of a Jedi who was exiled. You are that Jedi, but the records are somewhat evasive on why this was done. I wanted to discuss why you chose to leave the Jedi Order and accept exile.
Why?
Perspective. Nothing more.
I left to protect the innocents on the Outer Rim.
I see. And because you went to war, they cast you out?
Yes, that is what they told me.
Do you have a record of this trial?
Yep.
Perhaps I shall examine it when I get the chance. With your permission.
Sure.
I appreciate your trust. Thank you. I have studied the holorecord of your trial. I'm unsure what to make of it. I must confess that I was searching for some meaning beyond the records. A reason for why one would leave the Order.
I didn't leave the Order, I was exiled.
Yes, but exile is rare, and I have found it is not really something that the Order can enforce. Believe it or not, it was really your choice.
Saw the record, there was no choice.
I don't think so. Perhaps some of them felt strongly about your sentence, but I think something else concerned them. Again, the choice to turn away was yours, not theirs.
Still don't believe it.
I'm not certain I do either, but it is something worth considering.
Why does this interest you?
Because I too turned away from the Order, under less extreme circumstances perhaps, but stemming from the same reasons. I'm not certain I... Then I shall Yes? Is something...
Nope. Good. Okay. Back outside.
What is it?
Freya. Level up. I was really hoping I was really hoping to have HK ready for this part, but that'll be the case. I should also drop a save so I don't have to go through all that dialogue again. Is that... Yeah.
Any luck on getting my modulator back from Joran?
Found your thief.
Excellent. How did you deal with Joran?
It wasn't Joran.
It has to be someone near their camp, and no one else lives around them. You might be right, but I doubt it. Are they turning on their own? Typical. That's about all I know. I've never seen the thief clearly.
Yep, former Padawan was stealing.
Will Jedi never stop meddling with our world? Even now they're causing problems for us. She's part of the reason why our world was invaded. Why many families were wiped out by the Sith. The endless interrogations.
Your world wasn't the only one by Darth Malak.
You don't think I know that? I fought in the war, and it was fallen Jedi that were responsible for the greatest atrocities. They're dangerous, and too prone to fall into unspeakable evil. We'd be better off if they were extinct.
Not wrong. Jedi are the greatest force for good we have.
And if they stayed good and pure, I'd agree. There were more Sith than Jedi in the war. You do the math.
I think your attitude towards the Jedi is unfounded.
Is it really? And what makes you such an expert? You have any idea what they put us through?
What's your tongue? You happen to be...
You are? Well, how does that change anything? I should turn you in and collect the exchange bounty.
Dare you. You're not really angry at the Jedi, are you? Just want to blame for your suffering.
You might be right. So much destruction. You helped me out. A lot of Jedi helped out, but it was barely enough. And that Jedi secret cost many lives. I'd really keep quiet about being a Jedi. They are very disliked here. But I really appreciate your help. Here's the reward I promised. If all Jedi were like you, the galaxy would be safer.
Chat. We got one. We got one. Mandalorian Ripper. So guaranteed we're gonna have 2 Rippers in playthrough. That is insanely lucky. Damage unstoppable, 3 to 8. Zabrak Blaster Pistol is not upgradable. Super unfortunate. But, I was gonna go back and ask him. Wanted to
Thanks
fight.
for the help. Since you're asking me, I suppose I could. I figure I still owe you for helping me with my thief problem. Zeron has asked me several times before to join the militia. So I expect...
Cool. Alright, I just want to double check that I did the turrets good. If I didn't, we're gonna have problems. Okay. And I think you refuse to fight. Yeah. Okay, we got everything done.
I was right about you. The mercy.
Finalized defense plan.
You sure? Once we're done with that?
Yep, sure.
Alright. Then we got a lot to do.
Since you are here to bolster Kunda's defense, I will hurry to the mercenary camp and delay their assault however I can.
I imagine that the mercenaries have got 2 goals in this whole thing. Kill me and kill the administrator. The rest of the settlers won't have courage to resist if they succeed.
Alright.
The administrator's locked up in her office tight, which means that the mercs have to go through us and Kunda's defenses. It isn't gonna be easy. I suspect we're gonna have to fight on the inside. They've got 3 entrances they're gonna try and break in. Here's the front door, the security door on the side, and the garage door in back. We got 3 squads of militia. We can assign people to the front, back, or inside. Backside has to guard 2 entrances. The front will have to fight more people, and the inside will have to deal with any that break through. So, where do you...
Tell me about the squads.
First squad is the most experienced. The only squad that could go blaster to blaster against the mercs. Second squad has a lot of passion, but no experience. Third squad is new and not trained too well, and they may break in combat. They need a good leader to make them effective. So, where do you...
Back entrance.
The battles that had the least dying were always led by Jedi. Where do you want the second...
Administrator's door.
Alright. Where do you want the...
Main entrance.
Fine by me. The last question is, where do you want...
I'll take the front.
That's what I was thinking too. The main group of mercenaries will be coming through there. Probably be... Once the fighting starts, you gotta stay in your area. We both have to guard our half of the battlefield. Come over to me and the mercs will just charge straight into Kunda. Thanks to you, they're gonna have a tougher job. That's about it. Now we just need to dig in and wait for the mercs to come.
Talk to the men?
Well, I'll tell them what's there to do. I'm not much for words.
I got it.
All right, I'll assemble the men. I hope you can speak good.
Well, I have better grammar than you. Yeet.
I don't have the words. That was really something. I think any one of them would take a blaster bolt for you now. Let's get ready for the mercenaries. If we fall here, all of Dantooine falls with us.
I'm a gunslinger, dude. I just nail people down.
Tell me what you see, soldier.
They're mobilizing the militia. Looks like a lot of activity down there.
They've been warned. It won't be of any use. The plan doesn't change. Captains, prepare your men. Their leader, Administrator Tarina, must not survive the battle. Everything else is secondary to that objective.
Guys are gonna get yeeted pretty hard. Oh, wow. Okay. We're all T-posing to establish dominance. Yeah, Cray, I don't know what you expected by going in there, but... Didn't lose a single man. Send as many as you want, it won't matter. Kreia, do this real quick. That's why.
We've lost too many soldiers.
You lost no one. What you mean?
So you're the Jedi. I take
You already met me.
Responsible for the surprises we've had during this battle. Stand aside. Our quarrel is with a distinguished administrator. This isn't your problem.
You don't want to fight, throw down your weapons.
Is that supposed to convince me, Jedi? I was trained by the Sith. My unit killed many Jedi. I'll give you one last chance. Leave the Administrator to her fate.
Nope.
Then you've allied with these flaming settlers. The galaxy doesn't tolerate weakness. I was trained at Malak's Academy. Your tricks won't work on me. You're just another dead Jedi to me.
Sorry I was held up, but it looks like I've arrived in time to pull you out of your predicament.
Kill them all.
Not gonna happen.
Thank you so much for your aid.
Gunslingers are fun.
You can be sure that Dantooine will not forget how the Jedi protected us from this place.
Jedi is actually just one Jedi. I'm considered an outcast.
I'm sorry to offend you. You are,
Oh, that was a dig at
of course,
Rook.
our savior, and I am very grateful to you. We are a humble community, and this conflict has greatly diminished our resources. I hope this reward will be sufficient.
Yep.
Thank you again, brave Jedi. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much work to do. Dantooine will be slow to rebuild, but I am confident now that we will one day achieve prosperity.
So to rebuild, you didn't lose shit.
Kunda is safe in no small part due to you. I feel certain that the Administrator wouldn't have made it without your assistance. I may have misjudged you.
Really?
In any case, I am free to talk about whatever you wish.
Where are all the Jedi?
There are a few of us left, but I do not even know if the others still live. We may be the last. We've been forced to divide our forces and retreat to places which will be difficult for our enemies to detect and attack.
Where are these other Jedi?
We have chosen to hide our presences from each other, so that the discovery of one will not endanger the others.
How can you contact each other?
We cannot. And we have resolved not to until we have found where the Sith are striking from. But even as our numbers thin, there is still no trace of them. We had hoped to outmaneuver them. By letting them believe themselves victorious, we thought they would become bold and step from the shadows.
And what then?
Then, all of us who remained vowed to meet here on Dantooine. From here, we can plan a course of action and carry the battle to them. But so far, they remain in hiding, and Jedi continue to vanish and die.
Something else.
You have more?
What happened to them?
We are at war, but it is unlike any war we have fought before. We have yet to even meet our attackers in battle. Somehow, our enemy is targeting us through the Force, striking, then retreating to the shadows. The gathering of any Jedi seems to attract them like a beacon. So it was necessary to divide our forces and conceal ourselves for a time until we could learn more of this threat.
Why did you come to Dantooine?
Great tragedies, old battlegrounds, places of suffering, all leave wounds on the galaxy and in the Force. In such places, the deaths of so many echo. So much so that it is difficult to center oneself. By coming here, those echoes serve to mask my presence, allowing me to investigate the ruins and try to find some clues as to who our attackers are.
But if you can mask your presence here, couldn't the other Jedi?
The Miraluka world of KotoR taught us a terrible lesson. Many Jedi gathered there in an attempt to use the Force to find the location of the enemy. Now the planet is no more. Master Zar, Master Dorak, and many more perished there, and we do not know why or how. But all life on the planet ceased to exist. I was not on KotoR when it was destroyed, but now that it is dead, it has left its echo, like Dantooine. It was after KotoR
I really love
that a few of
echoes
us
in
left,
KotoR too.
realized that wherever we gathered, we were placing others in danger, not just Jedi. You have more questions?
Are you in hiding?
We were not in hiding, despite what you believe. This threat is striking through the Force. There's a reason that we cannot detect it. It is somehow masking its presence from us.
How is that possible?
I do not know. There are techniques in the Force that hide one's presence and thoughts from other Force users. But I do not believe that such techniques alone would be capable of hiding the enemies we face. It does not seem possible.
Why are you here?
Jedi sanctuaries, places of learning, conclaves, many of them secret, have been attacked. That requires that our enemy knew of our whereabouts, or had access to records and holocrons from the Enclave here on Dantooine.
Holocrons?
There was much Jedi teaching buried here before the planet was attacked. In the hands of our enemies, such knowledge could be used to track and kill Jedi, find other enclaves, gathering places. And so much has been plundered from here that now many secrets of the Jedi have been spread throughout the galaxy. So I did what I could, attempting to let myself be captured. I hoped that it would lead me to the Sith and the stolen artifacts.
Oh. Did you find any presence of the Sith on Dantooine?
The Sith attacked this place once, and only they would seek the death of the Jedi with such obsession, and be able to be as successful as they have. With the destruction of Dantooine, it is difficult to sense the presence of any Force users here. If any Sith are here, I cannot detect them. You have...
I would need to know why you cast me out of the Order.
Because you defied the Council and followed Revan to war. And from that war came another. Do you know how many worlds were destroyed in those wars? Dantooine, Telos, Sirocco? Do you see now why we counseled caution instead of action? You were the only one to come back and face judgment. But that was because you had lost your connection to the Force. Another casualty of war. No doubt you still blame us for your exile. I had hoped your isolation would give you time to reflect on what had happened, what you had done. But I see it as not. You have more questions for me?
You're an asshat. Why did you cut me off from the Force?
We did nothing to you. Accuse us if you will, but it will not change the truth. Cutting one off from the Force. Such punishments are reserved for only a few. Although it was within our power, we did not inflict such a loss upon you. Your loss was a casualty of war, no more.
And what happened to me?
Perhaps that is a question you should ask yourself. It is not something I could help you with, even if I wanted to.
But I've reestablished my connection to the Force.
Perhaps it is Dantooine, but I do not feel such from you. I feel nothing but what I felt in the Council Judgment Chamber on Coruscant so long ago. Still, you and your connections were often a subject of debate in the Council. It is possible that returning to known space, journeying with others, has caused the Force to stir within you again. You have more questions for me?
At the end of my trial, you and the other masters had said something had happened to me. What was it?
You have seen the end of your trial? Perhaps you would like to explain how you came to this knowledge.
Heard it in a holotranscription of my trial.
That was intended only for the Jedi Council. If what remains of the Council chooses to tell you, then I will abide by their decision and its consequences.
Don't you think I have a right to know?
There is little I can tell you. Master KotoR felt something had happened to you in the war, but all he had was suspicions, not truths. And KotoR was too close to you in any event. He, too, felt the call of war and took to battle more than a Jedi should. His speculations would not help you now, but enough of this. It is knowledge for the Council alone until they choose to reveal it. You have more questions for me?
You know anything of Force bonds and how to end them?
Force bonds? Yes. It is the bond that grows between master and student. Are you saying you have bonded with another?
Yes, and the connection is lethal.
Such bonds normally grant strength to both, but not to such a degree. Are you certain? Perhaps it is merely what you believe. Still, your ability to form such connections, to influence others, was always a subject of discussion, even when you were a student here. Perhaps it is a punishment of a sort. But a bond that ties two lives together, such bonds do not seem natural to me. And with your loss of connection to the Force, it seems such a connection would be impossible.
I've reestablished.
Perhaps it is Dantooine, but I do not... Still, it is possible that you have more...
Sith have revealed themselves.
Have they? I've seen no evidence of them upon Dantooine. Only murderers and raiders.
If they exist, they've already attacked me.
Why would they attack you? You are no Jedi. You cannot feel the Force.
Do not know. They believe me to be one.
For some reason, I believe you. Still, I am curious as to how they would know to find you. Your trial was not public knowledge. Regardless, these Sith have...
I know why.
And you survived. This is more knowledge than I had before. And that means the Jedi may gather. If you can find others, or find some trace of the Sith threat, then we shall gather here on Dantooine. And from there we may decide what can be done. You have more questions for me?
Hint, hint, it's because of Atris. That's it.
I suppose there is something I should show you that will keep you alive long enough to prove useful. Now watch and learn. This form is a Taru. Because it is such an aggressive fighting style, you should only use it against single opponents. And don't try using this form amidst heavy fire. Nothing is more embarrassing for a Jedi than to be cut down by a stray blaster shot.
Okay.
I don't know how you learned that so quickly. Still, your form is sloppy. Keep practicing to tighten it up and you'll be fine.
Received lightsaber. It's purple, too. Oh, I see you. Let's switch weapons. H. Oh, it is blue. Ew. We will change that as soon as we can. Feats. What do we got? Is that what I want? I'll get this for now. As for powers, Aces Field. Add. Go. Freya. 8. I'll actually give you this other lightsaber. Master Speed, and since get another one. Force armor. Alright, I need to unequip mine first. Hee. Alright. Okay, so we can head back to the Ebon Hawk, build our lightsaber with KotoR. And yeah. That'll be it for Dantooine. And probably for the day. Ooh, right, there's loot in there. Eek. Has cool drop stuff. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. outside? Atsukai depth road. That actually. Okay, let's actually get my Ripper going. Full note. Symbol. I hate having to click a symbol. Actually, I'll do everything for because the Ripper should get best of it. We just need a few better upgrades, but we're almost there. There's Baroon here.
Zeron was right about the mercenaries all along.
Okay. Alright, again, Ebon Hawk lightsaber, and close out for the night.
Unnecessary observation.
And probably make HK.
Annoying recitation.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, crap. Thank you, crap.
Systems failing, master.
Systems failing, master. Processor. That's the last thing I needed. Eat.
Well, check it again. It can't be anything else. Just check the damn connector. I don't trust the diagnostics any more than I trust you. Because I don't like droids. They break. In the head. Well, whatever you call that thing on your head.
Hey.
Yeah, well, if I'm mean to you, it's because I care.
Do you need a hand?
No, I don't. Go back to your training. I'll call you if I need someone useless.
Is there some problem? I was only offering to help.
Problem? No problem. Just wondering how long you're planning to stick around.
For as long as she needs me, of course.
How heroic of you. Well, she doesn't need you. In fact, we were doing just fine until you showed up.
I'm jealous.
Actually, there are times when it seems you could use some...
Always with the details, aren't you? You can't fool me. You have some agenda, spying on her, always keeping your eye on her.
No, I don't. I simply admire her. She has many qualities worthy of respect, and a strength that matches her beauty. Surely you've noticed.
Yeah, and I noticed first. Get it? So cut it out. And another thing, stop being all noble around her in your big hero way. She sees right through your little act. She likes honest guys, not guys who run around being unselfish and heroic all the time.
You're one to talk.
I thought she was the hero.
Poor dude. What are you studying?
The more worlds we travel to, the more questions I have.
You've not even left Dantooine. What do you mean?
Something more.
Difficult to turn away from the suffering of others. That is why one must help when they can.
You are right. But there is something more at work here.
What do you mean?
The attacks on KotoR, Telos itself, the decay on Dantooine. Something is wrong, but I cannot pinpoint what. It's like their connections have become sickened, damaged. Sometimes I feel like I almost understand, and then it just slips away.
You're so close. Okay, before we do HK, Ed?
Hey, General.
What are you talking about?
You look like you've been standing too close to one of my shield generators.
I was inspired by your arm.
Whoa. Claws out today, aren't they?
Oh, whose claws are out?
Seriously, you don't look that way from spending extra time in the fresher. I've seen other Jedi, not many but a few, who look like that. And I feel a little strange around you. A little more in control. Calm. Like I usually only get when I'm repairing something.
If you take a lot of the stuff out of context, it sounds like everyone just gets an instant boner whenever your character walks in the room.
Was there something you wanted me for?
Yes.
Let me see what you have. That's everything. Now all you need is a little quiet time with the workbench.
One in. Violet. Here we go. Where is our light side level? Almost at max. We'll worry about upgrading the lightsaber later. Okay.
Diagnostic. HK-47 activated. Running checks through primary systems. Assessment. It appears I have suffered considerable damage and dismemberment. I can feel all the cracks in my motivators. And my central control cluster seems to have taken several repeated blaster shots at close range. How crude.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet our new permanent party member. By permanent, as in, he is coming with us everywhere. Doesn't matter where he... We're in our storage hole.
Answer. I do not know, Master. It is curious that I was here, although this place does seem familiar. Extrapolation. Perhaps someone was already in the process of rebuilding me. It may be I was needed for some task.
You okay?
Answer. If by okay you mean the loss of almost all my existing assassination protocols, then no, I am not okay. Furthermore, I seem to have no discretionary control over my vocabulator, causing me to reveal my true function as an assassin droid of unrivaled sophistication.
Any idea what happened to you?
Answer. It seems you would know more than I. My memory centers are experiencing some setbacks. Reflection. Of course, for some reason, that does not alarm me. I suspect I have suffered such repeated memory failures before. Still, the loss of my higher combat and assassination protocols is shameful and degrading.
Look a lot like Acme.
Answer. Oh, that is impossible, Master. If I were out to kill you, we would not be speaking. And regardless, I am a unique model. Why, to think that there would be other versions of me would be unacceptable.
Well, there's at least 4 other now defunct.
Statement. Master, I must inform you that your attempts at humor are wasted on a droid such as I. As I have expressed, I am unique.
Actually, there's a series of occasions.
Resignation. Very well, Master. If you persist in your attempts at humor, I shall indulge you. Let me check the ship's records, and we will settle this matter once and for all. Conclusion. You speak the truth. This discovery is also causing me some degree of anger and humiliation. Mockery. Am I all right? Oh, yes, Master. Why, I am fine. Statement. I mean, I've only just been reactivated, only to find that there are substandard duplicates of me running all over the galaxy, corroding my good name. But if they are in fact hunting you, then I look forward to the opportunity to meet these units and educate them in proper assassination protocols. Conclusion. So it seems I need you, for the time being.
You're an assassin.
Recitation. Yes, as I said, I am an assassin droid. It is my primary function to burn holes through meat bags that you wish removed from the galaxy. Master, oh, how I hate that term.
Egg?
Answer. No, Master. I said it again.
I'll get used to it.
Answer. Yes, Master.
Ready to serve?
Answer. Yes, Master. HK-47 is ready to serve.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna end it right there for today. Next stream. Ooh. Next stream will either be Wednesday or Thursday, and we'll